It's been almost 4 years since Resident Evil 6, and while Revelations 2 was a great return to form, the upcoming Umbrella Corps is probably a forgettable entry in the franchise.
Again.
Here are the things we would like, nay, want in Resident Evil 7. I'm Danica.
And I'm TamTu, you're watching Turn-Based.
One of the parts we liked better about Resident Evil 5 was the additional Lost in Nightmares DLC chapter of Jill Valentine and Chris Redfield. It involved puzzles and traps in a mansion again, much like the ones in the older games. So please, more puzzles, which will most likely mean more Jill sandwiches.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
Second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Oh my god, are you okay? Yeah, I was almost a Claire sandwich. Does Barry tell everyone that story?
Although more Jill, we'd like to see new characters. Completely new characters. Maybe the franchise should even go the way of the Tomb Raider and go for a complete reboot. The past Resident Evil games have been drawing out the existing story to its fullest, and when the latest evil corporation is called Neo Umbrella, you're stretching it. Moira in Revelations 2 was a nice contemporary addition to the cast, but she's Barry's daughter, much like how Jake is Wesker's boy. Sheva was the last original character with no real connection to the existing cast, but very much a supporting character to Chris Redfield in the 5th game. Let new characters shine or stop draining the already empty well.
Resident Evil needs to stop Weskerifying the bad guys. While he's permanently out of the picture now, the biggest challenge for Resident Evil 7 will be coming up with a proper villain for once. The terror was in the variety of zombies, from Dobermans to giant hulking star killers. Avoid the mess of tentacles, bring in a proper baddie, and as mentioned before, enough with Umbrella.
Just focus on the lead characters like you did up to Resident Evil 5, okay? The ensemble cast of 6 didn't give the characters enough screen time, and the most interesting campaign was locked after clearing the initial 3 storylines. Ada Wong.
So we know Resident Evil is an important franchise to Capcom, and that they're trying all kinds of new things here with different business models and whatnot. Going episodic with Revelations 2 worked well, but don't try that with a main entry in the series, okay? Just because Square Enix is going episodic with a AAA title like Hitman doesn't mean you have to as well. And while the costumes were funny and a little bit racist sometimes, maybe tone down on the cosmetic DLCs when you could be focusing creating a nice big scary as f*** location.
The most fun I had with Resident Evil was always with someone riding shotgun, or using a shotgun, watching someone else play, or co-op the game. But we understand that most Resident Evil fans aren't pussies and need a good single-player experience. So, if Resident Evil 7 can find a good difficulty balance on playing alone, and for when a friend jumps in for co-op, you might be onto something, Capcom. Narrative-wise, make their entrance transition into your gameplay smooth and cool.
But beyond anything else, please make it scary again. Revelations 2 had a good story with familiar characters, but apart from a few jump scares.
Ah, son of a bitch! I hate this game. Why did I buy it? Oh god. Ah! You had to show that clip.
There was still a lag of heart-racing tension, come on. After the action-oriented Resident Evil 5 and 6, Capcom needs to make the series scary again. Maybe get Shinji Mikami back on board after terrifying gamers in The Evil Within, because we're quite certain Umbrella Corps isn't gonna cut it with terrifying players.
Yep.
And that's it for today's Turn Base. What things would you like to see in the next Resident Evil? More of the action from 6? Cramped up locations with little wiggle room to escape zombie?
Or more punching boulders in the face?
Let us know in the comments below. I'm Danica.
And I'm TamTu. See you on the next Turn-Based. Hey guys, as you might have noticed, we're doing a different kind of Turn-Based today, well, with the change in locations now.
And rather than talk about news that matters to us, we want to share anything game-related that matters to us, and have you join in on the conversation in the comments, on social media, or in our app.
Links below.